Greetings, everyone. I am not gonna lie, I'm really feeling this look, this whole look. The light, it's very Taurus, it's very earthy and just beautiful, you know? I'm sure you guys have some little spaces in your home and, you know, little pockets of beautiful energy, beautiful sensory things. I can't decide if I want to wear my hat or not, so I have it here because I always cover my forehead because I have forehead insecurity. But for some reason today, I'm like, yeah, I have a big forehead, but it looks really cute and I'm interestingly comfortable with it. But I also love my hat and I think it would look cute with this fit. So let's see what it looks like. Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes. Welcome to Taurus season. I'm wearing the Chicago Bulls sweatshirt, a Chicago Bulls sweatshirt. My boyfriend, Kofi, just got it for me yesterday. And I saw it and I was like, this is fire. I saw it and I was like, this is fire. Like, this is fire. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Taurus is the bulls. So I think it says bulls on it even. Tauruses are bulls. You get it? I'm such a dork. But yeah, I just love it so much. I understand why, like, you know, like if you guys know like pop astrology, like Tauruses are like, can be considered materialistic, like earth signs in general, but like Tauruses especially can be considered like very, you know, they love things, you know? So it's funny now, and I'm a Jupiter ruled sign. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces, and so I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Jupiter ruled sign. So Jupiter is currently also in Taurus. I know I'm throwing a lot at y'all right now, but I just want y'all to know where I'm at. So Jupiter is currently in Taurus. So this love for like things is like really strong within me. And now that the sun is moving into Taurus, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just feeling that so strongly. Like I have all these little things that I just want you guys to see. And it's like, it's so simple. Like, it's not like, you know, super expensive stuff, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just like this love for stuff, you know? This love for the physical things that we have, excuse me, is growing. This love for our bodies and our look, especially women right now, we are getting ready to take over because the men have been ruling and we're taking it back, man, okay? Because y'all are aggressive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, no, I think men, you guys have been coming back into your masculinity, but before you kind of feel, before you really get the response back from the world and from women especially, you know, before you find that balance, first it's just like a huge like burst of confidence and of physical power and energy. And like I play soccer with a ton of guys, so I've been around a lot of guys, and it's been so hilarious to see the Aries energy that's been flowing through, because men are coming back into their masculinity, but it's been an extremely intense. Men have been so intense and so aggressive and so competitive, and so, you know, I've been playing with these same guys for months, and so it's funny to see the transition in their energy from like, you know, this Piscean energy. Everybody's just, you know, Pisces does funny things too, but the Aries aggression that has been coming out of men, women as well, we've been more aggressive, but men, that sheer force and physical energy that you guys have had, it's been so intense that, you know, it's nice that you're gonna start to, you know, soften, you know, find a balance where right now it's just like I have this desire and this urge and I just need to do it, and I just need to, you know, and it's like women, we literally don't have that level of force. Like, so you guys have been carrying the energy, and now the world is shifting towards receptiveness, softness, sensuality, peace, you know, the opposite of war, right? Venus, you know, connection, you know, we want space for real connection, not just blurting, you know, that's what, like, and not to shit on Aries, because that fire is fire, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta blurt, like, sometimes you just gotta go, like, sometimes you just gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm feeling myself right now, and I'm not gonna stop. You feel me? I'm a fire sign. Like fire is just fire. Like fire, we're not trying to make sense to nobody. We're not trying to we just burning. You feel me? But now Taurus wants to be connected to everything that feels good and soft and real, and it's a feminine energy. And so yeah, women, we shine now. We, you know, our softness, our desire to nurture is deeply appreciated, you know, and not seen as a weakness. It's needed, it's valued. Before we get into these transits, I want to quickly talk about Curtis Scott King, because I've been thinking about her, and you know, I was feeling some heavy energy over the past week especially, but like, yeah, the past week especially was quite heavy. And this, reflecting on her and some other things, but definitely reflecting on her, has kind of helped me put some experiences into perspective and find strength, you know? So I want to talk about that really quickly, and then we're going to go through these transits, try to pull some cards too, and then we are getting into the readings. Like, let's go. It's Taurus season. I'm excited. And I feel so good. I don't know about y'all. Like, all right. Curtis Scott King. So what I specifically want to talk about in regards to Coretta, and Taurus energy, you know, when I examine and look at public figures and celebrities, or even anybody, but especially, you know, the people that we hold in high regard, and I look at their astrology, their sign, you know, I really, I'm looking at it through multiple lenses, but a lot of times I'm looking at it through the lens of resilience, of what was their experience and what did they have to get through in their life, and how did they get through it, and the fact that they got through it, you know, and what was the energy and the characteristics of that sign that likely helped them navigate those challenging experiences. And I try to pull on that to help me as I'm going through challenging experiences, to put my experiences into perspective. So, you know, I thought about like some of the heavy things that I've experienced over this past year, but long-term things as well, but especially this past year, you know, even past few months. And thinking about her, like, could not imagine your husband literally being assassinated. You feel me? While y'all are already fighting the fight of your life, you know what I'm saying? To get equality that just naturally, we're human beings like this. Why are we even talking about this? Why did they even have, you know what I'm saying? But that's where they were at the time. So they're fighting the fight of their life, putting their lives, their families' lives on the lines, other, you know, civil rights activists, you know, families on the line, and the weight of that already. And then to lose your husband, the father of your children, you know, like, I couldn't even imagine, bro. And reflecting on that, literally just thinking of that, you know, and I'm fortunate to connect with different Tauruses and get to see how they navigate situations, and not that they don't go through pain, because they carry it, they feel it, but they're so good at going with it, going with life, And another thing that I feel Tauruses do so well, they can be so deeply plugged into everybody in their lives, but also they have their own lives. They have their own worthiness that is rooted in them, regardless of anybody and anything that's around them. As much as they love their physical things and are attached to the people in their lives and the physical things in their lives, they love themselves, you know? And that self-love and that self-worth and that self-focus is even, it's like a protector even, you know, because not only will people disappoint you, but, you know, we'll lose people, you'll lose things, you'll lose, you know, things that you thought that were going to work out won't, you know? And it's like, well, how do I still find deep pleasure and enjoyment in this experience? And so I feel that, you know, that being such an intense experience and her still being able to carry the legacy of their work for the time that she was alive is just something to, you know, I just encourage you guys to reflect on that if you're going through a challenging thing. You know, I think that you can lean on her strength, you know, and that's what I've been doing, and I feel stronger. I don't feel like my experiences are minimized, right? Like I don't want us to minimize the difficult experiences because we, you know, but it puts things into perspective, even if it's just showing you how much stronger you are than you think you are. And that is powerful. So, thank you, Curtis Scott King. Happy birthday, Tauruses. Let's get into these transits really quickly and try to pull some cards while, a little too fast. So let's start with the sun entering Taurus on April 19th. The sun will shift into Taurus and be in Taurus until May 20th, where it will move into air sign Gemini. So we're in this fixed earth energy for the next month. We're not going anywhere. Get comfortable, get cozy where you are. There's a lot of work to do on the ground where you are. There's a lot of self-worth to uncover, you know, with things that are all about what's within you, but also what things can you do in your physical environment to build up your self-worth. That's what this season is about, okay? It's also about your comfort, doing things that make you feel comfortable, and finding pleasure in the earth. Eating good food, going to a good restaurant, cooking a nice meal, you know, watching a great movie, you know, going to a spa, you know, doing all those beautiful, beautiful things that make you feel beautiful, okay? Immediately we have a full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd, and Scorpio energy, things are changing. Scorpio, this is transformation. This is the Tower, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Whatever you've been doing or people around you have been doing to sabotage you. Whatever you've been doing, people have been doing to create chaos in your life and to throw off your plans and throw off what it is. If you've been doing that to others, it's all coming to the light. It's all about power. The dynamics of power. So under this full moon, it feels like it's really important to get clear about what things you want to have power over, because you're allowed to want to have power over things that you desire. You don't have to be this perfect person. There are things that you want to be in control of, and you're allowed to have that. And so anywhere where you feel the subconscious energy where people are trying to, like I said, sabotage you and make you doubt yourself, it's only because you're giving them that space. So if you're doing this to other people, that comes to light, this energy of power, you know, just letting go of this need to be in control of it's like if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't give your energy. If you feel it and that's your thing, okay, then go in, because people would love to take your place. They would love to be in control of your thing. But if you don't feel it, don't go into these power struggles just because people are playing these power games. It's not worth it. You know, it's not worth your energy. You have other things you could be doing. You have healing that you need to be doing. Okay? And, you know, there are some situations where there will need to be these very truthful, honest conversations about these power dynamics. And it's not going to be fun. But it's necessary, because you're never going to be the same. You're never going to be who you used to be. And if that's what people are looking for from you, you just need to set the record straight. You're never going to be who you used to be. So move forward in this new person, even if it makes people uncomfortable with who you are now. But also say less. Mercury goes direct in Aries on April 25th. Finally, Mercury retrograde is over. We still need to give a couple of weeks for the post shadow to clear up, but Mercury direct in Aries is like, finally, when it comes to our passions and the direction of our life, finally we're allowed to love that thing. We're allowed to put the work in. We see where we need to put the work in. We feel good about putting the work in. Finally, we have clarity again. We have clarity. It's no this confusion. Oh gosh. Once you get dropped into the Mercury retrograde mess, you're just in it, and it's like, ooh. You're just in it. But it's over, and there was a lot that we needed to walk away from, and there's a lot that we needed to change in terms of our desires, in terms of our passions, in terms of where our energy has been going. And you know, some of it is still hard to leave behind. Some of it is still hard to let go of, and it's still going to take a lot for us to let go of. But I wouldn't be too hard on ourselves. The most important thing is that we see where we need to go now. We're clear about where we need to go now. Shifting your energy, give yourself time. It's a slow process. You don't have to be perfect. Aries is not expecting you to be perfect. It's the fact that you're moving forward alone is enough. Okay? All right. Venus enters Taurus on April 29th, and Venus is home. It's this energy. It's this, you know, you can pursue if you want, or you can just be in love with yourself, with your life, with your things, with your person, with your people. Feels like enough. And that pursuit of money or wealth, right, comes to you through that pleasure that you're having with your own life, starting with Venus and Taurus. So it's okay to have those financial intentions, absolutely, but it needs to be rooted in an energy of enjoyment and pleasure and fulfillment. Yeah? Yeah? So whatever this heavy energy is that you've been carrying, it's time to see it for what it is and put it where it needs to be. So, right, the Scorpio energy, so you can actually go where you want to go, do what you want to do, travel where you want to travel to, yeah? Be who you want to be, you know? Sometimes it's like, oh, like, sometimes it's like, I'm trying to make this thing happen, but who you are is someone who's not in alignment with that thing. So Venus and Taurus allows you to embody that thing in it, and it allows you to see, it allows you to drop off, leave that stuff. It can't come with you into this happy experience. It was what it was, and those will be experiences that will be held in your heart forever, and who you were, but you're no longer that person. You are transformed, reborn, and that's a beautiful thing, and it's exciting. Mars will enter Aries on April 30th, and we are Mars is home. Venus is going home. Venus and Mars will be home. You know what this feels like to me? It feels like women are being women and men are being women are being women and men are being men. And if you focus on what you need for you, focus on what you need for you, leave people alone. The Virgo card of solitude, and the Nine of Cups, the card of pleasure that you find within yourself because you're focusing on your cups, your emotional needs. If you can do that during Mars and Aries, you can have a great time. You can have a great time. You can make a lot of great progress. But there is a lot of impulsiveness that will be within us. So it's going to be important that we try, it'll be hard, but that we try to slow down in that pursuit of our own desires, and just make sure that people understand us to the best of our abilities. And that means slowing down in our communication, especially. Yeah. And you no longer want the minimum. The success, you're creating it. And what you were looking for from people, you're giving to yourself. So this skepticism about your path, it dissipates. The heartbreak because of the dependency on others to put you where you want to be. You have no desire for others to be in alignment with you. You're blazing your own trail, and it doesn't feel the greatest, but that you who was attracting those energies and those people, that wasn't you in your strength. That was you in your worst. And now you're becoming the best you, and you want to start fresh. Everything else, everything from the past it's almost like null and void. You have compassion for that version of you, and you have compassion for the people who are still looking for that version of you. You're not there anymore. Pluto goes retrograde on May 2nd, and we have to look at what's been lost. And we have to deal with it. We have to actually deal with it. We have to actually be in it. And I don't mean going back into the past and being sad about what's happened. I mean really looking at that experience, those parts of you, how down and out you have been, and giving yourself love for those moments. That is the way to heal through this retrograde from what you have been through. Because Pluto wants to pull back the curtain, and it wants you to look at your life experience, and it doesn't want you to be sad anymore. We have a new moon in Taurus on May 7th, and this is us taking control physically. We want what we want, and we can have it, and we can do it, and all it's going to take is us knowing that we're deserving of it. And this new moon in Taurus is It's more than the fire of confidence. It's not even confidence in that sense. It's receptivity. It's saying, I'm in complete alignment with what I want and what I'm trying to do and how I want to do it. I'm in complete alignment. So I know it's coming to me. I don't have to do anything to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be like, I don't have to chase, right? That's the big Aries energy of running, going. This is just, I made it to the destination. So how do I need to be moving forward? What do I need to do moving forward? What is the work? What is the thing that I need to create? What is the experience that I need to create? The self-worth that I need to maintain. And then Mercury will enter Taurus on May 15th, just a week later. And it's, mentally we're in alignment. We realize that, everything that we've been wanting has just been waiting on our self-worth. And it seems so simple because it's like, man, is it as simple as that? And it's like, yeah, it really is. But self-worth is a really delicate flower. It's a very delicate flower. And, it needs to have the right lighting. It needs to make sure there's water, it needs physical things, to remain alive. And it also needs love, you speak to plants. And so giving all of these things to yourself, giving all of these things to the people around you who are near and dear to you, is the energy. Then the sun will enter Gemini on May 20th. And oh my God, it's too much to talk about. Gemini energy. So we'll talk about it then. But yeah, this season, Taurus season, is going to be work. It is going to be these cards. This is not the Aries energy that I saw. Taurus is a full body experience. You are going to feel everything. You are going to go through it. You're going to have to work through it. You're going to have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're going to have to feel the depths of your challenges and your weaknesses and your blind spots. And then you're going to have to fill in the gaps of those experiences with a solidness that it doesn't matter what I've gone through. It doesn't matter the mistakes that I've made. It doesn't matter the ways that I've failed. It doesn't matter what I'm afraid of. It doesn't matter. I am capable of whatever I put my heart and mind to. I am deserving of whatever it is that I desire. And especially if it's rooted in gratitude, love, generosity, peacefulness, pleasure, all of those things, even more so. I know the universe wants to give it to me in abundance. Yeah. Happy birthday, Taurus. See you guys in your readings. You can schedule your private readings with me through the link in the description. Private and birth chart readings. The Taurus season playlist is called Bloom, and it's available on Apple Music, and the link is in the description. And yeah, all Taurus readings will be on YouTube moving forward, and then we'll do the recaps on Patreon. So the link for Patreon will also be in the description. Love you guys. See you in your readings. Happy Taurus season.